I don't know anything about almost everything. I don't know how helicopters work. I don't know what's keeping the stars apart, but I do know a lot about one thing. In fact, I spent the last 4 years writing a book about it. The book is called Everything is Tuberculosis, and the thing I know about is tuberculosis, our deadliest infectious disease. And so I know what happens when you interrupt a course of TB treatment. Now, TB is a curable bacterial infection, but it's not easy to cure. Like, maybe you've had a case of strep throat that takes like a 7-day course of antibiotics to cure. TB takes like 4, maybe 6 months, maybe longer. And if, say, your 4 or 6 or more months of antibiotics are interrupted because, I don't know, the U.S. government puts a freeze on all foreign aid and claims that life-saving medicine is still moving, but it isn't moving. When that happens, and it's currently happening in countless cases, you have a much greater chance of developing drug-resistant tuberculosis. So say your medication is paused for 2 weeks or a month. You go back, you treat the infection with the exact same antibiotics that were working before, and suddenly they don't work anymore because the infection had a chance to evolve resistance. Now, this is a catastrophe on a personal level because it means TB is harder or even impossible to cure. It's also a catastrophe on a societal level because it means there's more drug-resistant TB floating around, and when left untreated, the average case of drug-resistant TB will infect between 10 and 15 people per year. So that's what happens when stop work orders leave drugs sitting in a warehouse rotting rather than getting to the patients that need them. Millions more people get tuberculosis. The tuberculosis they get is harder to treat, and the disease becomes even deadlier than it already is.